Hello people, I'm leaving for a grand trip next weekend and I'm super excited about that. I'm packing everything, I make huge lists, I get my service done, I'm taking care of the bike, of myself, of everything that I have to do before I leave. And so here are my top 3 tips for preparing for a long trip. Tip number 1 is service the bike. Check if anything might not last for the duration of the trip, because you want the least headache possible while being on the road, trust me. I just went to my local dealership for that. I have my 24K service upcoming and I just want them to help me with all the service. Service.
Yep. What's the last name?
Bulgakova. Bulgak.
Pronounce first name Kaz.
Ksenia.
Hi.
Hi.
How's the bike working?
It's good. It needs air filter replacement for sure. I was riding in the dust.
Okay.
And 24K service.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
When I do the service, they give me a loaner bike, which is usually a small BMW bike. Here it is. And I'm gonna ride it back to the service. They found some parts that are broken and they ordered replacement. Replacement is not gonna be there till at least a couple of days, and I have a ride tomorrow. So I'll just pick up the bike and step by for these parts when they are there. And it's 15 minutes ride. I'll be fine. It's were super nice, by the way. They sent me a video. Also, they recorded this, what's broken there, and they sent me an email. I really appreciate it when people send emails or text and not just calling and explaining everything via phone. But yeah, so I have an understanding what's going on there. I'm not sure how critical it is, but I'll check it out in 15 minutes. And tip number 2 is make lists. These are my lists. It's basically a book of lists. And so I just make lists for everything. I make lists for the things that I need to get done before my trip, lists for what I should pack, lists for what should I research and else. So this is just for the packing one, and I store everything else in my laptop or either the phone. So here is everything that I take with me, and there are a couple of things. First, I'm leaving for a month, so it's gonna be a long trip, but I will try to pack as lightly as I can and not to take much. So this is camping gear. Here is the camping gear. This is same what I take for backpacking or camping or when I'm traveling with my car. This is electronics that I have to carry, and all the chargers. I try to organize it as much as I can. This is my street clothing. I don't need. This is for motorcycle. Here is just the storage for gas in case I run out. Some tools, air compressor, chain loop. Yeah. Here is some clothing, just regular clothing in case of warm weather, and some warm clothing, just a fleece and a jacket and some hat socks. Yes, so this one will pack really tightly, like it will be compressed a lot in just a puff now. So next, this is my street bag. I'm gonna take carry it on my back with some documents or anything else that I really want to watch closely to. This is food. I'm not sure how food will work in this trip. I might find something, I might not find something on some days, so I just want to have my food with me at all the times. This is my emergency kit, and if I need, I'll just put the water into jet boil. I put the boiling water into one of these packages, and I'm good with my meal. And here is the running gear, and that's basically it. That's everything that I take with me for a month or maybe even longer. And I expect everything to be packed into two side cases, into my top box, and I have a tank bag. That would probably be it. Yeah, and I forgot my first aid kit actually. The important thing here, I just don't keep it on the floor because I live with a cat these days, and cat is super interested in something inside this box which smells like, I don't know, but it must be very attractive. She licks it all the time. It's same as with backpacking. You have your space not unlimited. So you want to pack it tight, and at the same time you also want to be as much comfortable as it's possibly can be, and at the same time you don't want to struggle each time you need to take something out of your bags. So it takes time to figure out. And tip number 3, do your research. So just use some online resources. We have a wiki overlander, we have overlander app. Both are super helpful. Just read posts on forums. People are really helpful on when they write the reports on their trips. Yeah, just do your research. Research the country, the border crossings, research the paperwork. You want to know what paperwork you need to cross the border, for example, before you get there. Maybe you need an insurance, maybe you need some additional documents, visas, all that stuff. Yeah, just do your research. Go to resources and do your research, and you'll have a good time. Actually, I get super excited when I am researching my trip, and I start waiting for it more and more. You also want to research the route, and especially gas stations, and what are the specifics of going of riding the roads in that country, because it can be tricky. And gas tanks are not as big as cars' gas tanks, so just check out in advance where the gas stations are, and carry a gas canister with you just in case. Another point to research is whether the country accepts credit cards or not, or you need to bring cash. If you need to bring cash, then how much? I'm going to Central America, and I know that there will be exchanges on the borders that I will be crossing, so that I can take some cash with me, and I will be exchanging into the currency of the country that I'm entering right on the border, but it might be not the case everywhere. And another important point for me was the customs laws. Like, I figured out recently that I cannot bring a drone into Nicaragua. It's not that you cannot you can enter with a drone and you cannot fly there. It's like they will take out your drone out of your cases on the border if you try to bring it with you, and that was a surprise for me. So things like that, just figure it out in advance. You want to know all of that in advance. So these were my top 3 tips on preparing for a longer motorcycle adventure. Hope this helps, and thank you for watching.